Hugo is in Maryland. Hi, Hugo. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. Hey, John. How are you guys?
Great, man. What's up?
Hey, so I have a question about your recommended growth and aggressive growth mutual funds, which I know they translate loosely into mid caps and small cap funds. Within those funds, there are blend funds, which have growth and value stocks. What do you think of blend funds as opposed to just strictly using a growth investment strategy in those specific market caps?
Either one's fine. What you're looking for is a track record, a long track record, giving you a positive rate of return. It's that simple. And so, I mean, if you want to compare some that's got some blends and some value in it, and it outperforms a straight-on growth strategy across the board, and you're comfortable with that, that's fine. It still qualifies. The bottom line is we're participating in the stock market in a way that beats the indexes. That's what you're looking for. And so,
Okay.
if you're in the growth area, then you'd want to outperform the S&P. If you're in the aggressive growth, you'd want to outperform the Russell. And that's your index. That's your benchmark, your watermark. Otherwise, you could just invest in the index funds, which is the Bogle strategy. John Bogle's famous for that. He started the no-load S&P 500 at Vanguard, the very first one, and started the whole passive investment movement. Because a high percentage of mutual funds, over half of them, don't outperform the indexes. So what you're looking for, regardless of what the internal mix is something that generally fits those categories and will beat those indexes. That's how I pick my personal funds. But it's really not rocket science. And here's the other thing. It's very good that you're asking this question. It's a very intelligent question. It's a question that indicates you're a fairly sophisticated investor. This is not your first ride on the cabbage truck.
Definitely not.
Let me warn you, though, about something that we found in the Millionaires study that we did. The vast majority of those millionaires were mediocre in their sophistication of investing. Sometimes guys like you and me that are a little more nerdy and we enjoy the nuance of all of this, because I'm having fun talking to you about it. Can you tell? And so we enjoy the nuance of it. We can get paralysis of the analysis and do nothing, while the other guy does a lot of things but just does the medium, and he kicks our butt in total net worth when the story's over. In other words, in actually doing the investing, mediocre versus not doing it and having a bunch of theories makes people rich. And so that's the thing you don't want to get caught up in and go, I get paralyzed by these nuanced comparisons. And, so, I mean, like people come at me all the time and they're like, oh, you should just do the Bogle thing and just do all indexes. Hey, if you just do all indexes and you put 15% of your income into retirement, you're going to be a multimillionaire. I got no problem with that. Go do it.
Do something.
Yeah, go do it. But that's better than sitting around having a big, long, lengthy discussion, writing a money blog in your mother's basement.
Or going from Bitcoin to the next thing to the
Beanie Babies.
thing to
Beanie Babies to Bitcoin.
To whatever.
That's going to be the title of my next chapter. Beanie Babies to Bitcoin.
I like it.
It's a get rich quick chapter.
That's right.
And so you're chasing your tail and you're not, because I actually did have doobers back in the day say they were investing their money in Beanie Babies.
Absolutely, I remember them.
They were and they're like, I put my kids' college in Beanie Babies. I thought they were joking.
Nope.
But there's just, if it's not that, it's the Iraqi dinar, or there's always some stupid. And now Hugo's not doing that.
Right.
He's just asking for the nuances within the nuances within the things that we suggest. So he's still fine. He's in bounds.
Right.
He's in bounds. He's going to get a touchdown.
But something about that question sets off in you when you start going real deep, you're dangerously close to doing nothing, or to just needing to read another paper and one more paper.
Well, here's the thing. The interesting thing is the data tells us that what makes people wealthy is actually investing more so than the rate of return.
Ta-da!
That's the thing, and that is lost on people who love looking for a tenth of a point.
Yes.
On something. They're shaving something. And again, I'm not picking on Hugo, but
no, it's great.
But it's one of the biggest knocks on Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, I actually do know what I'm doing because I actually get people to freaking invest.
Right.
which is more important than all this other BS people talk about.
Gotcha.
And again, not picking on Hugo because I love having these discussions.
Yeah.
I love nerding out on this stuff. But and I love digging around in the mutual funds, scratching around in there, trying to find one beats the index just to prove I can out Bogle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Bogle's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of democratized investing in a sense because it's anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the dadgum index fund and go to sleep. And it's freaking car will automatically drive itself, But if you'll keep doing that, you'll be a multimillionaire.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But there's a lot of other factors that come in. If I can just get you to invest and never stop investing anytime there's a COVID blip, a war, a scare of this or a scare of that,
toilet paper
or whatever it is, whatever reason it is that you're next scared about the stock market. If I can just get you to ignore that and just keep going and 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 keep going, man, 99% of the time I'm gonna make you rich doing that. Even if we screw up and those aren't no-load mutual funds. They charge commissions. Well, who gives a crap? Yeah. You're actually doing it, and the guy that's getting the commissions causing you to keep doing it, and if you keep doing it, you're going to have money. So I love Hugo. I love these ideas and these questions, but it's a little bit frustrating because a math guy like me, we wish it was a little bit tricky.
More complex.
So we could figure out the little trick,
yeah,
and we could go do it,
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And all the regular people that aren't math nerds couldn't do it.
Yes.
But the problem is, anybody can do it.
Exactly right.
If you just do it and 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 do it. Good question, though, Hugo. Thank you, man. Fun discussion.